I'm Tim Marisa,
And I'm Marisa Notier, and we are going to talk about riding on a motorcycle two up together. Everything from how we get on and off, to communication, to me being comfortable on the back, and even how to persuade someone to get on the back of your motorcycle with them. I did not want to get on the back of a motorcycle in the beginning. I had no interest in motorcycles. I thought they were scary and dangerous, and I knew that you had a motorcycle, but I had no interest in getting on the back of it.
Yeah.
But you convinced me by saying, well, we can go to this incredible place that you want to see, and we can have a ride down this road that looks amazing. And you'd show me pictures, and I was like, yeah, that does look amazing.
As a rider and as at the time a girlfriend, later fiance, now wife, trust was grown gradually.
Yes.
So she did get on the back of the motorcycle. I didn't just zoom off into the wilderness doing wheelies and backflips.
Right.
But
that trust was essential for me. I was really scared at first. He made sure that I got decked out in the gear that I wanted and gear that made me feel safe.
So I always say protect the things that you would like to keep, and spend that extra investment on the things that you love and cherish. Let it be your ankles, your wrist, your collarbone, your wife. So
that's right.
Yeah.
And he made sure that I was really comfortable on the back of the motorcycle, because at first I got on his motorcycle, and in all honesty, most motorcycles are not made with the passenger in mind, especially for comfort.
The pillion seat is always quite narrow compared to southern extremities of the human body. It's not, they're good for bags, but they're not good for,
Yeah, they weren't thinking properly when they designed these pillion seats. So he got an Airhawk Air kind of cushion seat for me.
But I put a cutting board underneath it to make it wider. So
I needed that width really to be comfortable, and I have been riding around the world for the past 4 years on a cutting board ever since.
This is true.
He also made sure that my foot pegs were nice and wide and sturdy and stable, because we do stand up two up on the motorcycle sometimes.
Yeah, going uphill, I like to have us both stand up and lean forward to get a lot of that weight on the front wheel to bite in and so get some traction. Usually she can just hang out on the back seat if we're going downhill, or if it's just standard off-road. But there are certain times where it's beneficial for the motorcycle, for me and for Marisa, for her to stand up. And the pegs are another situation where the OEM pegs were about the width of two of my fingers versus I whittled down some Honda Goldwing passenger pegs and threw them on for her. So.
But you can get some custom pegs, I think, for motorcycles to help the passenger out. And also you had a sissy bar on the motorcycle in the beginning, and that really helped with my back.
Now we have a back bag that acts like a sissy bar. So the gradual steps into this were, building up the trust between both of us, making sure that she was safe, that she felt safe, and that she was comfortable. And then once all of those stars kind of align, you can actually find yourself on the road, and then just growing that trust and growing that skill set as you...
And I was loving it. Once that fear went away and I realized that I was going to be safe, and we were going down these gorgeous roads that he knew that I was going to love, and going to amazing places, I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
Communication is extremely important between us, not just with getting on and off the motorcycle, but throughout the ride, especially in the beginning. We have a Bluetooth headset on our helmets.
There's a couple different options out there. We're quite comfortable and happy with the Sennas, but it does let us communicate to each other. At first we were relying on hand signals for basic body functions, and we realized that we needed to upgrade our system of communication. And it's also, four eyes are better than two.
I don't have to concentrate on the road like he does. And so I'll see deer and other animals in the distance, rhinos, whatever it is, and point them out to him. And so he does really appreciate that.
And like, if we're looking for hotels or anything, she can be on the back, because when we're going slow and looking up the next place to go see.
On my phone. And I can also take pictures and videos from the back. So it has been very beneficial, I think.
So
I can be beneficial.
No, she's very, very useful.
So we're going to do a little demonstration of how we get on and off the motorcycle. Communication is extremely important when doing this, because if I were to just jump on and I didn't tell him and he's not ready.
Lose balance. Marisa always counts to 3 in French, which is weird. That's what she does.
But he knows.
But I know. So to make sure she's got a good platform, a good sturdy platform to mount the bike on, I make sure I'm bracing with both feet, and I got a firm grip on the handlebars, and then she can safely climb aboard the beast of burden that is our motorcycle.
So why don't we show him how we do it?
This is how we do it. This is how we do it. All right. So the majority of the time, we mount the motorcycle from the left side. And just a cool little fact tradition is the reason why you mount from this side is because
it was during the times when people would ride on horseback.
And they had a sword. And so therefore, your sword would not impede you mounting your horse. So that tradition still goes on today. 9 out of 10 times, I get on the bike first, and then Marisa will mount. There are situations where if her ankle might be messed up, or my ankle, or there's other factors where we do like to practice other ways of mounting the motorcycle, but this is the standard way that we mount the bike nearly every time. So
we also have Tim mount the motorcycle first, and then I get on second. But again, in one of those emergency situations, it is good to practice not just this, but other ways of mounting the motorcycle, because when I hurt my foot in Peru, I found it much better for me to get on first. I'd get on where he is and then scoot myself backwards, and then he would get on after. So it is good to know how to do it from the left side, the right side, and in different situations for emergency purposes.
So I just mount, squeeze into brakes, make sure that my footing isn't loose or slippery.
So what I do is I put my left foot on the peg and my left hand on Tim's shoulder. Then if I have a bag in the back, I'll put my right hand on the bag, and then I always say 1, 2, 3 in French, and I do little hops. I go 1, 2, 3, stand up, put my right leg over onto the peg, and sit down.
And before I take off, and she's, counted to 3 in French, but I'll turn on my Senna and I'll say, "Are you good?" Because sometimes, there can be a glove or a foot or something that gets snagged. And if I were just to assume that she was good when, she's on and cranked the engine and took off, that could be, there could be some bad scenarios. So just again, communication of, Tim, I'm about to get on. Okay, she's on. Marisa, are you good? And she says, yes, we can safely travel further on down the road.
That's right. And then to get off the motorcycle, I just do everything in reverse. But I'll put both hands on his shoulders to get off.
And sometimes, though, I will come to a stop because I need to mess around with GPS symbols or something on my phone. And I'll do a basic hands of like, hey, I'm stopped, we're stopped. But please don't get off because I'm about to take my hands off of the handlebars and manipulate my screen, or if I need to put gloves on, or if I need to tighten my jacket a little more. And if I'm doing something like this and she's getting off the bike, that is another situation where we can lose balance and we can both tumble over. So we come to a stop, and then she knows that me in my bracing position usually means that she can dismount. And
this is if we're not communicating through our Bluetooth headset. If we're just listening to our own music or whatnot, I still know from his posture, and you can do whatever communication system you like, but just knowing, okay, he's ready for me to dismount and he hasn't done this, and then I put my hands on his shoulders and then I count to 3 again. It might seem a bit extreme, but this is the way that we've learned to do it so that we both know, okay, she's gonna get off right now. So I basically just go 1, 2, 3, up, with my left foot back on the peg, and I dismount,
And in those scenarios where we do both stand up, we'll give you a little demonstration on how that looks. So again, I would be on the motorcycle.
And then I get on. I do 1, 2, 3.
And of course, we are in full cropper gear. But if we are going uphill on loose terrain, I will stand up and then
I hold on to him. Either he's got straps on his jacket or just the jacket, but usually he's wearing a backpack, and I hold on to the backpack and I stand up with him.
And
now, when we're standing, if he breaks, I push my weight into him, which is a problem. So that's something just to be aware of, that I am not so sturdy as he is.
Yeah,
on the
I'm
handlebars.
rooted. I have 4 really good points of contact that keep me stable, whereas Marisa has 2 on the pegs, but then my jacket is not the most stable thing in the world. That's why she does like to sit down more often than stand up, because there's more wearing on us both.
But
you know,
it is
if I'm
really
stopping,
good to practice.
She bumps into me. If I press the gas, she pulls me
I
back.
fall backwards. So it is good to practice. It's great to stretch my legs.
It is.
But I do find that I really only use it when we go up steep inclines or...
And then we'll both lean forward.
Yeah, or just to stretch.
Yeah. Hopefully we have covered some things that may help you get out and travel 2 up together as a team. It's built a stronger bond between us, and I hope that you and your loved ones can travel happily 2 up as well.